Hello and welcome to another update on the Newberg real estate market. My name is Steve Thoele. I'm a principal broker with Premier Property Group. And this update is going to cover the last 8 weeks of market activity ending this past Sunday, September 24th. So I'm going to share my screen with you now and go through the info with you here. So first off, we'll look at active listing activity. This last week, I showed we had 9 new properties come on the market. That's up way up from where we were just a couple weeks ago, where we only had 1 new property come on the market. So a very slow week that week. In terms of total number of active listings, you can kind of see we kind of peaked out at 99 homes on the market here in Newberg about 5 weeks back, and it's trended a bit lower from there, but not a lot. This last week came in at 86 homes are active on the market most recently here in Newberg. The median price and the days on market for those active listings, you can kind of see where that's gone from. We had a high of 568 8 weeks back, and then a low 1 week later at 522. And then it's been kind of in the mid fives from there. This last week kind of came in at 547,000 for these most recent 86 homes on the market. Days on market has been trending up. As you can kind of see, we had a low of 30 days on market here 7 weeks back. And this last week ticked up to 52 days. So kind of getting close to a little bit under 2 months of average market time right now in Newberg for these most recent 86 homes on the market. Okay, moving along to pendings, pending sales. So this last week I showed we had 9 properties go pending here in Newberg. That's up from the prior couple of weeks, as you kind of see. And total number of pendings kind of peaked out at 53 homes here about 4 weeks back. Has kind of come down from there. Things are starting to slow a bit, which is pretty typical. We get into this time of year. Most recent number is 38, which is, you can kind of see, a low for the past 8 weeks in terms of total number of pendings. And then the median price and the days on market for the pendings, you can kind of see for the first half here, we were right at 500,000, and then it has dropped for this last month, kind of going down to a low here of 467,000. So, the homes that are getting into contract are at, lower price points than where they were, the prior month. And then days on market, you can kind of see it's been holding pretty steady. Had a low of 22, but from there it's been 26, 27 days of average market time. So again, just kind of a little under a month of average time to get something into contract, most recently in Newberg. And then the last thing we'll look at is sold listing activity. So as of the time I put this together, showed we had 9 properties go from pending to sold this last week. And you can kind of see that's been very steady the past 3 weeks at 9 per week. And the total number has been pretty steady as well. It's ticked down a little bit from where we started. We were at 40, 41 was kind of a high. And then it's been kind of in the low to mid 30s. From there, this last week came in at 34 homes have sold over the prior 4 weeks in Newberg. And the median price and days on market for the solds, that had had a high to begin with at 547,000, got down to just below 500,000 here a month ago, and then the last 3 weeks has been holding pretty steady at around 525 or so. Ticked up a little bit, 528 this last week for these most recent 34 closings in Newberg. And then days on market had a low of 6, and it's kind of gone up and down a little bit. This last week kind of ticked up to a slight new high at 14 days of average market time, again, for these 34 most recent sales in Newberg. And then the last thing we'll look at is the weeks of inventory and the sale price as a percent of the original list price. So the red bars is the weeks of inventory, kind of measuring relative supply and demand. Had a low of about 7.5 weeks of inventory to begin with 8 weeks back. That got up to a high of 12 weeks, a little over 12 weeks of inventory here 5 weeks ago. And it's trended back a little bit. This most recent reading is just right at about 10 weeks of inventory. So just about 2.5 months worth of inventory right now in the Newberg market. And then the sale price as a percent of the original list price, you can kind of see we started off at about 98%, got down to a low of a little under 97%, then started to go back up to just under full asking price here 2 weeks ago. And this most recent reading was about close to 99%. So just about a 1% discount is the most recent reading, relative to what sellers are getting from their asking price. So, still paints a picture of a very, healthy competitive market still in Newberg. A lot of still dynamics. So I've been talking about still holding. Interest rates are still, still elevated. We're still in about, around roughly 7.5% on a 30-year fixed rate mortgage, which is keeping, a number of buyers kind of on the sidelines right now. But on the flip side, it's also keeping a lot of would-be or potential sellers kind of on the sidelines as well. So that's kind of have a little bit of a standoff right now, and keeping the market inventory relatively low and prices pretty high. So we'll see how things continue to play out over this fall season here as we're kind of entering into it. But until something breaks with interest rates, I think we're going to kind of see this dynamic kind of continue to hold. So hope that update is helpful for you. As always, if I can ever answer any questions or be of any help, please don't hesitate to reach out. My phone number, email address are down below the video here in the description. So let me know what I can do to help answer any questions, and I would love to help you meet your real estate goals. So as always, really appreciate any likes, comments, shares that you have for these videos. Really helps me out. And if you haven't subscribed to this channel yet, boy, I really encourage you to do that. It's just a great way for you to stay up to date on what's happening in your local market here. So hope you have a great day and week ahead, and enjoy the rain finally. And we'll see you on the next update.